really do a whole lot with my Mary Kay business. So I just had a few customers here and there, but that's also the beauty of a Mary Kay business is it can ebb and flow through the different seasons of your life. Once I graduated, I decided to start building my Mary Kay business on nights and weekends. What I love most is the freedom that it allows me in my life. I love my routine, getting up in the morning, doing my Bible study, having my coffee, to then being able to put in a few hours of work in my home office before I head off to the gym every day. Fitness is a huge part of my life. As a former athlete, it was just always something that was ingrained in me. I make product deliveries at that time. I work for a few more hours, following up with clients, booking new appointments, coaching my team. Skincare is always in. Everybody wants to have good skin. The no makeup trend is in right now. When women feel that their skin is healthy and beautiful enough that they can feel confident with less makeup, that's even better. What advice would I give my 18-year-old self? Not to worry so much about the opinions of other people, to really just follow your own gut and your own intuition and God's calling on your life. No matter how it might look to other people, you have to do what you're meant to do. It also allows me the time to invest in my relationships. It just makes you really feel valued. I honestly can't imagine the type of person who I would be if I didn't have the coaches and mentors who I've had in Mary Kay.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to our June Cadillac culture. And June is a special month in America, if you didn't know. So because the month of June is the last month in our seminar year. So first of all, thank you so much for our guests. Being here, okay? Because if your consultant asked you to listen to this, to join this event? Well, because she is running. She is running after something big or small. And thank you so much for being here, for helping her with whatever, maybe it's a training, maybe she just needs one more person, to listen, what we do in Mary Kay. So, and that's what we are going to talk about. So my name is Victoria Wall, and my job is just to tell you a little bit more about this event and what's going to happen. And yeah, welcome everybody. During this event, you will be able to earn some prizes. Okay, how cool is that? So the first prize, and that would be like actually a product that we are going to give away at the very end of this event. So that would be one of our summer products, and it's body we decided to do body wash, right? Body wash, lavender and coconut, amazing, great, smells great. So that would be a product giveaway today. So to earn entries to win this product, so you just need to be commenting, okay? Put comments during this event, even if you're a consultant or you're a guest, just put something in the comments, comment during the event. And let's start with putting some comments. First of all, tell us who invited you if you're a guest. If you're a consultant, just say hello. And guests, just tell us like why the woman who invited you to this event, why is she great? Okay, so that will give you those first entries. And we will be also giving away like a basket with some free products. This is just for guests, okay, on this call. If you're watching it recorded, because there is an option for that as well, you can still participate in that as well. So basically, we will be giving away like our secret words. There are going to be 3 of them. So you guests need to text those secret words to your consultant after this event. Okay, so that will get you first entry into a drawing for a basket with free products. Okay, so to get the second entry, so the more entries the better, right? The greater chance for you to win. So the second to get the second entry into a drawing, we just need your feedback. Okay, so your consultant either will text you a couple of questions for you to answer, or she will send you a link to complete a survey, okay, with some questions as well to get your feedback about the event. So yeah, that's how you can earn those entries. And It can be done by Friday. On Friday, we will be doing that main drawing for basket with free products. And so, yeah, we are so super excited to have you all today. So you might be joining, especially like if you're a guest. So you might be joining just, because your consultant asked you, okay, to support her. Like, we so appreciate you. You might be joining just to check us out and to see what we're doing in this Mary Kay world, okay? So yeah, we are so excited to share with you, and you would learn a little bit more about our culture, our stories, our perks of this business, and how this business changed our lives. And there are going to be three speakers today. And you might be one of those, like, I just want to win some free products, and that's great too. So it's a little bit of, everything for everybody. And so, yeah, and I will start with my story. So, as I said, my name is Victoria Wall, and I'm sales director with the company. And I am originally from Belarus. If you don't know, it's a very small country, like west of Russia, between Russia and Ukraine. And that's how I went to the pampering session. I was invited, and I just loved how my skin felt at the end of the session. And then when my consultant told me a little bit more about the business side, I decided to join right away for some flexibility and extra money. Never thought I would be doing something like this for so long, in different country, in different language, because I speak Russian as my first language. But here I am, 19 years later, crazy, living in the United States, doing it in English. And yeah, so basically I moved to the United States like almost 9 years ago. I got married for the second time, and yeah, joined Mary Kay again, and promoted myself to leadership position 3 years ago. Crazy, can't believe it. Like, it's been 3 years. So basically, as leaders in the company, and it's three of us here. We also, like, we of course teach skincare and makeup application as all consultants, but we also teach and train consultants as well and help them to be successful. So yeah, I never thought I would be doing something like this. I just joined for like extra, 100 extra dollars a month, being stay-at-home mom. But then, being in the company, learning about the philosophy, faith first, family second, career third, the golden rule that the company based on. I just like fell in love with the company, and now it's my passion, it's my life, it's my lifestyle, I would say. And I just love this company with all my heart. And we have blended families, so I have two more stepsons, 13, 15, and my daughter is almost 21. And I really love the flexibility, okay, of this business. So because you can work as little or as much as you want, and you can work this business seriously through different seasons of your life. And you will hear some more stories how you can just, it fits into your life, and you can just, using all the tools that we teach, like time management, for example, right? You can work this business going through different seasons of your life. So I joined as a stay-at-home mom, then I was single mom, then I moved to different country, and then I moved to different country again. So it's a lot of, pieces. And but I still, like, I've been working my Berkey business during all this 19 years, sometimes less, sometimes more, having full-time jobs, part-time jobs. The flexibility piece is awesome. But then, yeah, if you guys didn't know, we can earn, diamonds in this company. So I know Jessica too, right? We just wrapped up our diamond rings. Like, we can earn like diamond rings pretty much I mean, not pretty much, like every year. And you can choose like a diamond ring, or you can choose money option if like you kind of like, I don't like diamonds. Okay, nothing wrong about it. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I never thought like I'm kind of like a diamond, girl. But then it's like, look how pretty it is. Yeah. Do you want to see my other diamond? So yeah, for some reason, like talking about diamonds today. Yeah, so this is my other one. And yeah, a couple of times I chose money option, which is great too. So we have that option. So we can earn all those different, little things, like big things, little things. Look how cute. This is one of the prizes too. Yeah, if you're like, like, free stuff, America is definitely the right place because we can earn so many things, and we can earn cars, and that's why our event is called Cadillac Culture, because Pink Cadillac is one of the cars we can earn as directors. And I know, we have. Lene, so she earned several, and she would be sharing her story. Jessica is running after her first one. That's exciting too. So yeah, so, and we can earn, different cars. So I personally earned two, and we are on target to earn our third car. Super exciting. So yeah, those kind of things. We all love free stuff as women, right? But money aspect is great, and I know like Jessica probably will be talking a little bit more about it. So we make 50%, you guys, from everything we sell. 50. It's not 15, it's not like 30, it's like 50. So how cool is that? So yeah, I mean, extra money doesn't hurt, right? And so my like, I like sharing the story. So I when we were earning our first car, so I, of course, like, I was making money at the same time too. So I earned a car, and I made enough money to take my husband for his birthday trip. Is actually in June, and it was 5 years ago. I took him to Iceland. Iceland, unplanned. It's like last minute, kind of like, well, I have this money, and what, where do you want to go? It's like, let's go to Iceland. Let's go to Iceland. So I paid, like, for lodging, for flights, like everything. So that's kind of how you can use that extra money, just to treat people that you love, or maybe you need to pay bills. Or maybe you're saving for something. I mean, I don't know, like taking kids to Disney World or something crazy expensive, right? All those things. So like extra money is amazing. And But for me personally, especially my second time when I joined Mary Kay here in the United States, the culture and the friendships probably was something that I kind of didn't expect to happen, because, like, I moved and I didn't have any friends. Basically, I didn't have my support system, my family. Like, I didn't have anybody here. I, like, started from zero. And now, like, 8 years later, just like looking at all those amazing people that came into my life through Mary Kay. Like Jessica is one of them, Lene, because we connected through Mary Kay. It's just, I have amazing, amazing friends, okay, in my life, and the majority of them like came through Mary Kay, like 90% in my, this is my story. So that's why my secret word today would be friendship. Okay, friendship or friendships. Because yeah, I mean, you just yeah, it's something like I didn't expect, you know what I mean? And now it's like, oh my gosh, I have all those amazing women in my life. And yeah, it's all thanks to Mary Kay. And yeah, I love that part too. So yeah, that's my story today. A little bit different, I think, than when I usually talk. But we love this event because, we just tell our stories, and whatever God, puts in our hearts. And I mean, I pray before this event every time. So and yeah, I'm so super excited for all of you to hear some more stories. So like, yeah, the first secret word would be friendships. So write it down, and you need to text it to your consultant. And let me introduce our next speaker, my great friend Jessica. So yeah, this is the story. Like, you guys, we connected through Mary Kay, but it's not we just do Mary Kay together. Okay, we do different things together. We have fun. We go dancing. We like spend some time. We go to lunches. So yeah, I love you, my friend. I love how committed you are. Like, you love this company with like your whole heart, and you just like such a hard worker, and cheering you on your first pink Cadillac. It's so exciting. And yeah, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, Victoria. I love your story every time. I'm always like, oh, don't you guys just love that she didn't let anything stand in her way? It didn't matter if she didn't speak the language. It didn't matter if she didn't know any people in the hometown. It didn't matter if her kids were young. It didn't matter if she was going through life changes. It didn't matter. She just like, let everything Like, forget about all those excuses and just made big things happen. So you're an inspiration as well, my friend. So thank you. And yes, like Victoria said, we've gotten to be great friends through Mary Kay. There's so many people that I didn't know, like all of you who are on here today. I didn't know you if it wasn't for Mary Kay. And so that's so amazing that we get to build friendships with people that are lifelong friendships. I've had consultants on my team for 16 years. I've had customers in my customer group. I've seen their kids grow up. I've seen their lives change. Just really got to know them. So I'm Jessica Harvey. I've been in Mary Kay for 16 years. Actually, I think 17. Now, I think I've been saying 16 for too long, but 16 or 17 years. I'm also an elementary school teacher, so I've been teaching elementary school side by side with my Mary Kay business for those past years. And I actually got started when I went to go visit a friend, and I was just visiting a friend and going to a wedding out in Kansas, and I got started just because I love the products. I could not believe how amazing my face felt just after one time putting the products on. I know many of you have felt that way too, like, holy cow, how have I been living this whole time without these products? Like, my face feels amazing. So my big story is I got started just to get the products at half off. I had just graduated college. I didn't have a dime to my name, and I was like, wait, 50% discount? I can figure that out. 50% half off. If any of my favorite stores said half off, we would be running, right? If Target said half off, everyone would be like in line or wherever. And so I jumped on the opportunity to get my products at half off. I just loved that. And then I could not believe how many amazing women I just got to be friends with. My director, I got to know her so much, and she lived in Kansas. Like we said, we've had so many great friends from there. But I just started small. I just had a party. My mom had a party. She had some friends, and then those friends had parties, and then those people had parties, and that carried me on for a good amount of time. And then I started meeting other people. I started being out and about, talking to the teachers. Anytime I did crosswalk out in the snow and the rain, I would talk to the teacher or talk to the parents out there, which they made me do crosswalk like 6 times this year, which I was not happy about, but I talked to parents every time that I was out there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk to some people, get to know some people if I had to be out in this, in the rain or the snow. But I just kind of expanded, didn't do anything big. I just pampered face after face after face. I always had a good goal of pampering 30 faces every month. And yes, who doesn't like parties, right? I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so fun that you get to be in front of a bunch of women or men, whoever, you're trying skincare on your face. Your face is feeling better and better every time you're trying these products on. You're laughing with people. You're helping them learn how to, take care of their skin, how to look fabulous. I've just had like women in front of me that have just like burst into tears and said they've never felt so beautiful before. And I'm just like, or gosh, I've been searching for something to clear up my acne for years. And it's like, like I love these stories that we get to be in front of these women, or just I haven't had an hour to myself in the last however many years. Like, it's just so fun that we can just be in front of women and get to know them. I always say we're on a date. We're just on a date with women. We're getting to know them. We're hanging out, and it's just so fun just to like be in their presence. So I just did a little here and there, but that's what's great, because the consistency has been, I've just done a little here and there all over these years. And now I got to thank myself for all these years for doing a little bit, because I actually got to go part-time in my teaching job, and I really got to have the joy back in teaching. I was kind of stressed and overworked and underpaid, that's for sure, but decided, you know what, it's actually more enjoyable when I work 3 days a week, and I actually love it even more. So I thought I was gonna just quit teaching altogether, but my passion is still there, and so now I get to help teach the kids 3 days a week, and then do my passion of teaching the moms and everyone else how to feel amazing. So I have loved this flexibility of, maybe it might be, working more with Mary Kay, less with teaching, working more with teaching, less with Mary Kay, and just kind of have gone through these different stages of my life. And then, COVID hit, and we were doing virtual parties. We've thank goodness for that, because we learned, not for that, but for learning how to work virtual. So the events like this came about. I was able to put money in my savings when COVID hit. We had our best month ever during those 2020, those years of 2020. And so saved. We got to put our down payment on our dream home, which I'm in right now. Thankfully for Mary Kay money, I never thought anything of it. My husband says, I'll do your deliveries all day. You got us this house. Like, we'll do it. And I remember when we showed the leasing people, like, we're ready to buy this house, and they're like, 2 teachers? There's no way 2 teachers can put a down payment on a house. And we're like, oh no, it's 2 teachers and Mary Kay. Like, Mary Kay, she's like our little, like, I don't know, our wife here, because she's like supplying us with all the money. So it was really great. We were able to pay for our wedding in full with Mary Kay money, which was a dream of mine, to go to a beach in Florida and get married on the beach. And we got to do that. And just so many blessings. Like we said, so many people that we met along the way, so many just amazing. Like, this culture is out of this world. I know Lene is going to talk a little bit about that probably, but this culture is amazing with the women. My one new consultant said, I've never seen so many women in one room that are so positive and so nice. And it's like, yes, like, every single person is just help uplifting each other, help, you know, praising you to success, cheering you on. There's so many consultants on here right now. We're just like cheering for each other. And it's so amazing. So I could talk for days about Mary Kay, but my secret word today is flexibility, because I have loved that I worked this business when I was single. I worked this business as a full-time teacher. I worked this business part-time. I worked this business married. One of these days, I'm gonna work this business as a mom. And so I'm just like, okay, this is it. This flexibility is exactly what I need in my life. So my secret word is flexibility. And also, just a reminder, make sure those comments keep coming in. I am the one putting the comments in the wheel. So I'm going to go back as Lene's talking, I'm going to go back to the comments. So for every comment you guys do, I actually went ahead, I didn't ask the directors, but I just went ahead and did it. But I went ahead and put everyone's name in here in the wheel for being on tonight. So being on live, Victoria, Lene, I hope you're okay with that. But just for being on live, I put your name in the wheel. So keep those comments coming. Doesn't matter if you're a consultant or a guest. Every comment is going to get you another entry into the drawing. So feel free to tell us anything that you loved about our story. And I am so excited to introduce you guys to Lene. I got to meet her through these events. I love her story so much, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear her story as well. So I'm going to bring her on. So take it away.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So kudos first for being on, and she records these. So if you have somebody, whether you're a consultant or a guest on here, that you think this would benefit them, and share the recording with somebody. And it's okay if it's after Friday in the drawing, because somebody probably needs to hear it. Nobody offered me a facial. Nobody offered me the opportunity. I was one of those that had to go seek something out, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I didn't have I never even thought of doing Mary Kay. Okay. My life was just the kids and church. When you have 3 small children, it's a full-time job, and my husband was working. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, we thought he had a secure job. He worked for the schools. Schools mishandled the money. So that don't change, you guys. All right. So the Miss House ended up being laid off for 2.5 years, but we didn't know how long he'd be laid off and whether he'd get called back. And the deal when I married him was, good, we can start having babies right away, and I get to stay at home, because my mom had me working like in 8th grade. I had work. I don't want to work anymore. I wanted to be mom, so it didn't work out that way. So anyway, but definitely my faith is a lot bigger now than it was when I over 31, almost 32 years ago when I started Mary Kay. But definitely that's what I loved about Mary Kay when it did come into my life. I was at my girlfriend's house. It happened to be my son's Sunday school teacher. And I didn't even know she sold Mary Kay. So it helps to tell somebody. I saw a Mary Kay bag. I saw a bag, and I don't know why. I just asked her about it. Okay. So it's one of those things, God put a bag in and something to start the conversation, I guess. But she still didn't offer me a facial, but I got to try those satin hands. So I signed up for that satin hands. And because she told me you could make 50%. I don't know why, it just seemed like 50%. That sounds like, I could work from home. It gave me hope that maybe I wouldn't have to go get a job. And I could stay home with my kids. And I'm pretty stubborn, you know, so I waited 2 years because I wasn't going to go get, I told him, get more side jobs or whatever. I can't leave my kids. But you got to be responsible. We already had debt going out of the gazoo and it's very stressful. So, I said, okay, well, I'll sign up. So I defrosted my credit card and I signed up and my business bought my business. I just took one day at a time. One of the biggest perks. I'm grateful now. And it's so sad you can't appreciate the moments until hindsight sometimes, right? But Mary Kay was still alive. She was considered like my national back then. And she was like, she was like grandma, but she was so personal. You just believed her. And she was such a woman of faith. What a good example. I'm so blessed to like have to be able to like I've gleaned more out of that woman than any other figure probably in my life because she just had her act together and the reason she had the confidence that she had is because the life she had before she started Mary Kay. So, and she would always say things like so many women go, from their date of birth to their expiration date with their dash unfulfilled. She says she knew women were capable of so much more and stuff. And especially in business, it was definitely a man's world out there. And she would tell us because she learned, so she understood the difference between men and women. It's okay to be different. Men will make fun of our ideas or whatever, but she always taught me we have superpowers. Just do it anyway. Just do it anyway. We wouldn't have that Cadillac program if it was up to the men because they're saying, "Oh, Mary Kay, you're thinking like a woman again. You can't have a pink Cadillac. It's going to cost a lot of money and nobody's going to like it." Okay, and what? It's a legacy. It's only 60 years old, that legacy of Cadillacs. And I like that Cadillac. My husband don't care what color the Cadillac is, believe me. And if he goes and if he leaves here, you know whose car he takes if I'm home? He takes mine. He don't take his. He always takes mine. But he's always been pretty supportive. But Mary Kay taught us even good ones need some training, and it's true they do because they don't understand what we do, but they understand this and they understand free cars and everything like that. So anyway, I have a lot to be grateful for Mary Kay. And then, so my husband does get called back to his job, but I decided to keep, well, I'm going on with this Mary Kay because nobody can lay me off and what's going to happen next, but I had relatively good faith. I was positive. I've always been a little more positive than my husband, and so, but he was cranky, he'd come home cranky. I didn't like that. Do anybody like a cranky husband? I do not. I'm allergic to negative. And the more you grow on Mary Kay, the more you just like, okay, stay out of my life. But he's my husband, so he can't really stay out of my life. So anyway, so I said, well, do something else or help me. So he ends up leaving there, but then he ends up having a stroke. So he hasn't worked since I think he had a stroke right after 50. Okay, so he just helps me. But at least he's a positive stroke victim. Okay, right? And I'm so glad I had Mary Kay in my life. I live in California. You never have enough money. So I am grateful for the avenues of income in Mary Kay. I'm not really motivated by money, but I'm motivated by not having to stress out about it, having freedom with it, flexibility with it, doing what I want, when I want, and all that kind of stuff. And we've lived through so many different economies. And when the country's going through crazy economies, just times it times 10 in California, it's just crazier, right? But it doesn't matter. Mary Kay taught us to focus on God's economy, okay? And as you do your business, the reason you get so much confidence, but the secret is you're doing your business. That's why you get the confidence, because you cannot get what we get in a classroom. You can ask my husband. I am not the same person that he married all those years ago. He's the same, except a little strokey a little bit. But other than that, he's the same. He's the same. Okay. I love him. That's great. He probably grows a little just because me. Whatever. We've been married 42 years. I can say what I want. We love each other. It's all good, right? Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm beyond belief. But I can tell you, never get bored with growing, because then it's just, who wants to be lukewarm? Who wants to stand still? It is so boring. This is like an adventure once you really get the right perspective on it, and the way Mary Kay thought about it and everything. She was so humble. She was so gracious. But what I liked is that she knew how to say the things that we don't like to say, but she could always say it with grace but they needed to be said. So if she was alive today, oh, I would be writing down what she was saying, because she could say it and you want everybody to hear it. And nobody got mad at her because she just had a way of saying it. She was just amazing. Okay. But just never so my word today, of course, is going to be confidence. So never settle for who you are now. You don't stop growing. Most people have retired by my age. And that's why I don't think I was called to be a national, because I just feel like I'm just starting. you know, and I started, so I was like 37. So if you add 32 years to that, you can do the math. I'm not a spring chicken, but that's okay. I got good skin. That's all that matters, right? Yes. And I am so blessed. I was so blessed beyond belief. And I just like it because I'm just so grateful for what Mary Kay did. Mary Kay said, you change one woman, you change a whole house. And if you grow and get the kind of confidence, the kind of God confidence that Mary Kay wants us to have, not what culture is saying is confidence at the time, right? Mary Kay, she didn't hide her faith in who she was. Okay. So there's a different kind of confidence that the world wants to sell you. Okay. That's nowhere. But the abundant life is the total package. And part of that package is definitely your confidence, because you cannot do what God wants you to do unless you grow and do it. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So I love the confidence. I will do things now that I never would even dreamed of doing when I started Mary Kay. I'll tell you one pink Cadillac story, since this is about Cadillac culture. So I got out of a speeding ticket. Okay. Okay. This is good. Okay. So I got pulled over one early morning, and I'm not a fast driver. It's one of those speed traps. Nobody's on the road. I'm going to a networking group, and it's like crack of dawn. Okay. So it's one of those motorcycle cops here, and they're so annoying. Okay. So, and it's all, it's all electronic, they practically got the ticket before they even get to your window. And so, I take the ticket, say, I'm nice, thank you. And then, I go on. And then later that day at lunch, I'm at Marie Callender's, and I see a bunch of motorcycle cops at a table. Okay. Now I would have never done this before Mary Kay. And so I had my ticket with me, and I noticed on my ticket, he put white Cadillac. And he pulled over the wrong person. I have a pink Cadillac. So I went to the table and I said, and you know how you, police officers or whatever, they always have that stone face, like they're real serious. I guess they're trained to look like that. I don't know what it is. Okay. So I went over there. I don't know. I was just feeling really confident. I went over there and I said, you pulled me over today. I think you pulled over the wrong person, because this says white Cadillac and I drive a pink Cadillac, and I really can't get tickets because, my insurance will go up. And Mary Kay, they give us these cars. Oh, who knows what I said. And, then he starts to kind of smile, a little bit. And so he's with his buddies, and so their buddies are just looking at him. So he gets up, he goes, here, let's go out in the foyer. So he goes out in the foyer and he tells me, okay, I won't show up. So, you seem like a nice lady. So I got out of the ticket. And then a couple weeks later, I'm getting pulled over again. But it was him to make sure I didn't get my ticket. And I said, can I give you some skincare or something? He goes, no, we can't take bribes. But anyway, I would have never had that story to share with you if I had had my pink Cadillac, right? So anyway, so my little secret word is confidence. Thank you, you guys.
Oh, this is so awesome, Linnea. Oh my gosh, like all those stories, I just love. I just love hearing those stories, and thank you so much for sharing. This is a funny story. I'm not driving pink Cadillac, but I'm driving a Chevy Equinox, which is a Mary Kay car that we can earn as well. And I was stopped in the middle of nowhere. We were camping in Black Hills, South Dakota, I think. Yeah, we were like driving in the middle of like nowhere with my friend, and well, she's my friend and she's on my team too. And in this Mary Kay car, and we're like driving in the middle of nowhere. It's a kind of like, I don't know, like it's like no people. No, it's like a little bit, and so like let's go fast through this part. So we're going fast, and the cop just stopped us and was like, and I was in Mary Kay car. No, we were in her car. No, it was not Mary Kay. I was wearing Mary Kay hat with like Mary Kay, logo on it. That's what it was. It was not the car. So, and he's like, opened the window, was like, "Oh, you like in Mary Kay?" It's like, "Yeah." And he's like, I don't know, I don't remember the story. His mom maybe was in Mary Kay or something, so he didn't give us a spin ticket.
Right.
So yeah, wearing a hat with like Mary Kay. Like this is a funny story too. Thank you for like it's kind of reminded me. And yeah, Lene, you're just like a legacy. Yeah, you're just amazing. I don't even know how old are you. Like you do the math. I can't. Like you look at you. That's kind of perfect example. Like we have amazing skincare, we have amazing products, we have amazing company with huge pink heart, and you just hearing your stories, like it's so powerful. So those who are on this Zoom call, couple of minutes to get you some more entries. Ask us some questions. Yeah, we have couple of minutes to answer your questions, guys. Okay, like whatever this event sparked questions, so put them in the comments, and we will spend a couple of minutes to answer those questions. But before that, Jessica is going to share with us, right? So if you kind of like, well, that's all great. How do I join Mary Kay? So Jessica is going to explain a little bit more. If like you just like listening to us and something touched your heart and you're thinking about it. So Jessica will yeah, if you wanna just share those starter kit options to join our
Yes.
company.
Awesome. Yes. If you guys heard something that, yeah, piques your interest. So these are our deals that we have. So right now it's only $125 to get started, Mary Kay. That gives you $400 worth of full retail products. So you get the beautiful bag by itself is at least $50 value. Plus you get your mirrors and trays. So you can do parties at your house. You can go in the bathroom of someone's work. You can go anywhere you want. My one new consultant, she did a session in the park. Like, the possibilities are endless. You have your skincare products, you have your supplements, your charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, pore minimizer, makeup remover, and all of your things for the glamour class as well. So that's one option for you. It's $125 that gets you, and it also gets you all the digital tools. So it gets you your website for a year, gets you ProPay, which is how we take cards, plus all the digital tools, plus some samples. For $125, you get over $400 retail, plus you get all the digital resources. Another option for you is to get started for $35. For $35, you get all the digital resources and your website and your ProPay and samples. So you don't get the full kit, but you get in the door and you can customize from there. So you have lots of different options or two different options with that to get started with your business. So those are our deals, and all it is a link that we send you. So if you're interested in getting started, it's just a link that we can just text you the link and you fill it out and you're a consultant. So fun. No interview, no nothing. I like Lene kind of touched on that. It's like you don't have to you're just in. So it's super fun. So I saw some great questions that came across. One is for you, Victoria. How is Mary Kay different in the US than out of
So
the
the
US?
question, so I mean it's very it's the same. I mean, women are the same. It doesn't matter which language we speak. Seriously, we all have the same values. Family is always our priority, right? We want the flexibility. We want to be with our families. Our kids. We have kids. Take care of our parents. Spend time with them. So those are the values. Yeah, we like free stuff. I mean, it doesn't matter which language you speak. We like diamonds and cars, like and shiny things and dingle things and free things. Yeah, we want to become the best version of ourselves. It doesn't matter which language we speak. You know what I mean? We want to have great friends, and yeah, and we want to make money. It doesn't matter. And so the coolest, like, well, okay, so really quickly, from my experience, so I went back to see my family a couple of months ago, and I was invited to be a guest speaker at the local event. Okay, and it was my first time. It's a kind of like a full circle. Okay, so when I joined the company originally 19 years ago, I would never thought I would be doing something like this, coming back as a guest speaker. It was like so surreal. But I was like speaking in front of those women in my, own language, in Russian. And I was like looking at all those women. They're the same. They're the same. They have the same values. They want the same things. They get inspired by the same things, and it was like just so great. So that's kind of like that's the answer. Yeah, absolutely the same. Women everywhere.
Yes, love it. Awesome. I saw another question come across with how old is the youngest Cadillac director, Cadillac earner? So I know there's been a handful of new consultants new directors recently that were 18, and I believe that there's a couple that are 18 and 19 that have earned their pink Cadillac. So I follow a few of them. So it's so fun
There
to
is no
see.
glass ceiling, just you can be
Yes.
18. Join and just do it. Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
Great.
All right. Any other questions in the comments? Let us know. Pop those in there. We have some great comments coming across. You guys are making me work to put all the names and everything in the In the wheel. We have so many names in the wheel. I'll give it just a second. Anyone, ladies, want to add anything else while we give it just a second?
Yeah, just a quick reminder. So we are going to do a drawing for a free product right now for all those comments that you put during this event, and then for guests, so to earn those entries for another drawing that we are going to do on Friday for basket with free products, you just first of all need to text those 3 secret words to your consultant, and then either answer her questions or complete the survey about the event. And if you're one of the winners, we will reach out to you and mail you those amazing products. And yeah, and hey, if like again, if it's something touched your heart today, okay, but you're not sure, you have some more questions, reach out to your consultant who invited you, okay? Because if it's something touched your heart, I would say give it a try. It's 125 to join. Seriously, it might be something fun, kind of side gig. Just play with it a little bit. It can change, your life. It changed mine. It changed Jessica's. You heard the stories, Lene's. So you never know. It's a. Who said that? Lene, did you say it? It's a adventure? Yeah, it's an adventure. Yeah, it's an adventure. So, yeah, we would love to, be on this adventure with you guys if you decide to. Okay, so we are ready for the drawing.
Yes, it looks like we had a couple quick questions that came across. If you have friends who want a party, do you do it with us or for us? So yeah, you get as much training as you want. We do virtual sessions, we do in-person sessions. We help you along the way. So much to where you're going to be like, okay, I get it. Let me try by myself. So you get so much product, or so much help. Sorry. One of the other questions was, what was your favorite products? I bet you all of us are going to say skincare. If we told you our ages, you'd be shocked. I'm almost 40. My skin feels fabulous, and you'd be shocked at everyone else's ages. I won't say their ages for them, but we all have amazing skin, and I bet you cannot guess our ages. So
well, let's share ages. Yeah,
let's do it.
I just turned 43. My favorite product actually is oil-free makeup remover. That's my all-time favorite. And of course, I love all the skincare, but oil-free makeup remover, I fell in love with it 19 years ago, and it's still my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we know I'm the antique, so I'm 69.
Woo! Your skin looks so good.
All right.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love
so what's
it.
your favorite product, Lene?
Oh, yeah. So probably, well, I like the new Miracle Set just because I facial out with it, but I like the repair too. So I don't know. I like, I bounce back and forth. It's hard to have one product, but of course the skincare, but then next to that, the C and E, I guess, and the microdermabrasion. You don't get me going.
Yeah,
it changes. You have all these needs. The older you get, there isn't one. But I do love that new lotion, the one that the wash that we're giving. I love that. Yeah, that is that I love. That's one of my favorite. I just love that.
Love the scent.
Love
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of surprisingly, because when you think about lavender coconut, it's I don't even know. It's so gentle, so great. Yes. Yeah, I love it too. I've been using it too myself. Yes, awesome.
I know. I just have to say skincare because I love everything. And one last question is, how do we sell products? Well, we do so many different ways. We have a list of probably different ways to sell products. We mostly do free complimentary pampering sessions. We do virtual or in person. We have the catalog, we have a website, we have Shop My Party. There's so many tools. It is amazing. So
we teach and train, consultants how to do it. The coolest part about, our company, for 61 years, that's how long the company has been around. Everything has been invented. You don't need to, invent a wheel. We just teach and train you, and everybody can learn, right? If you can learn, you can do Mary Kay. So yeah, we teach and train. Yeah, awesome.
Yes. All right, let's do the wheel. I'm so excited. There's so many entries in here. So it's so fun. Look at the thing. It's so small. All those names in there. Okay, let's see who our winner is. Here we go. Putting my hands up so you guys know I didn't stop it. And our winner is... All right, we got guest come in, Dr. Liard? Yay! Let us know who invited you in the comments, and we will get you your gift. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on. Remember to text your consultant who invited you, send them the 3 secret words so we can get you in our grand prize drawing. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a
Bye.
great Wednesday. Yay.
Yes. Bye.